Wow. I think I've got a tan. Them tan boobs in Spain are brilliant. Are you alright, guys? Welcome to the Pure Energy Healing Academy. Woo! Yeah, I did a meditation this morning. It was beautiful. Whew. What a beautiful day today. It really is. It's really, the summer's here now, and at the Pure Energy Healing Academy, we're just about to start our courses, our intense but really profound, beautiful, gentle courses, you know. I think the first one is the Pure Energy Healing course. That's 4 days. That starts on Thursday. Then the following few days after that, we've got a crystal healing course, all certified, and you get certificates, which is great. So all the courses begin now for the summer. They're nearly all full. I've just created one this morning, actually. So many people have been asking, so I thought, you know what, I'll create one, which is the first I've ever done. Normally I do 2 days. I think I've done a couple of 3-day ones, but this one is a 4-day course, and it's an intense tarot course. And as you all know, it's not really, everybody says, oh, tarot cards, it's nothing like that. The tarot course is purely how to read and connect with yourself and how to become a powerful intuitive reader. So you basically learn how to become stronger and more powerful in yourself. You'll learn to then walk out of the door and be more in control of your life. And, you know, maybe you take this away with you and become the best tarot reader wherever you live in the world. That's brilliant, you know. But I think it's more about opening up to your higher self, which is great. Anyway, you know, today's a good day, and let's talk about something that happened last night to me, and then I'll explain why. Last night I had a dream, and the dream was about, I was walking on the beach, and I was looking down, and I was seeing this crystal clear sand. It was really hard to describe because it was transparent, and my feet was walking on the sand, and I was holding somebody's hand, and I looked up and I saw a vast array of mountains. It was beautiful, and I turned to this soul and I looked her hair, and it was tied back really tight to her head, and we had a conversation, and it was really interesting, and then I woke up. Now, I was thinking about this, and I can tell you straight away, I am not somebody who is an expert on dreams. However, I do think a lot of people who claim to be dream experts miss a vital point in the bigger picture of dreams. So let me break down how I see dreams, and yeah, it might take a little bit longer, but let's do it, because sometimes it's good to break down these myths and how people really cling on to certain things. Do you know when you open well, it was a while ago, I don't know what it's like now on the internet, but a long time ago we used to open our local newspapers, and we'd go to a certain page where it would give you all your star signs, and on the star signs it would tell you if you were a Scorpio or a Capricorn, today don't go outside and don't do this, or today's gonna, you know, this is going to happen to you. And you know, a lot of my family, I remember, used to really believe in that, and I always found that fascinating. Even when I was younger, I used to think, but how can that message be to everyone? And you know, it's so true. And this is when a lot of the times, if I give you a little reading on here, it's a very basic and very gentle reading, because I think a true reading or a true future seer does it in a way that they focus on you. Now, I do know that astrology is an art, it's a science, so they take your specific birthday, the time of year, blah blah, and put it together for you. So that I understand, and some of them, when you get them to woof, they can be extremely powerful. Okay, and yet you can have some with certain people, and they can be extremely rubbish. So it depends on who you go to for any given subject. Sorry, I'm drifting now. So going back to this. my feeling and belief about dreams are, I feel that if I was sat with you and you shared your dream with me, I would be able to connect with that dream and understand the bigger picture to that dream. But if 100 people are sending a message to a lady or a man and saying, look, this is what I dream about, I don't think that they could actually give you the precise meaning of your dream, because your dream is very specific to you. Does this make sense, or is this a lot of rubbish to you? I don't know. But anyway, so like for instance, okay, there is a different aspect to this as well, because sometimes when we dream, it's not always a message, okay? And the reason why I say that is because I have a real strong belief system, okay, now. And that belief system is, this is my own personal belief system. You could laugh at me as much as you want, but this is my own belief system. I believe at some point when we drift into sleep, at a certain point when we hit a certain place of a divine, deep sleep, we can very often move out of our body as a spirit would and travel and go and start work. And I believe a lot of us work during the night. And one of the reasons why I say that is because I often find that when people are really, really heavy and they wake up and it takes them so long to wake up, I feel that they've been working quite hard in another realm, the spirit world I call it, or even in this world helping people. Even so, I actually have this feeling, I'm going to write about this in one of my passages in my book, that you think you come to this world and you don't really do much and you don't help people, and you say, oh, what am I doing, what's this all about? I actually smile because I actually believe that when you're asleep, you probably do more work in this world than you do when you're awake. Meaning that as soon as you fall asleep and you go into where you go, you're then helping family and friends, guiding them, moving them. So you're more powerful when you're asleep than sometimes when you're awake. Anyway, I'm not going to go too deep into this, but that's just another side of things. So sometimes not all dreams are, oh, this is the reason why. I'll give you some, for instances, for me. When people dream about spiders, okay, I believe that it isn't the spider. It is a metaphor for how you're feeling at life, meaning that there is fear. Because if the spider brings you fear and you fear the spider, it means that you have some fears inside you. It's nothing to do with the spider. It's to do with fear within you, okay? Or it could be the fear of your future, or it could be the fear of a project that you're about to do, or it could be fear of a relationship you're stepping into, or it could be, and so on. So you can, I believe, break down dreams unless you're sat with that very person and they're sharing their dream with you, and you can attune to that. A bit like a tarot reading, really, or just holding somebody's hand and listening to them speak. You can feel what's going on with them. So I think our dreams, at times, if we can step back from the dream itself and look at the bigger picture, like my dream when I was walking along and I was holding this person's hand, I know now what that was about. I could feel what it was about, and it made sense then, but I didn't actually look too deep. I stepped out of the dream and thought about what I was feeling about my life, what I was feeling that day, this morning. This is what I was feeling this morning. So I think we make the mistake when we look too into it. Well, oh, okay, well, this happened. I was walking, I saw a clear, no, it could be that I was looking at clarity. I was walking along and seeing through this sand. It was clear to see. So I need to see, or I need to find my clarity. I saw the mountains. The mountains mean strength. It means that I have to climb the mountain to get to the top. It means that I'm going to have to work at this so I can see clearly. But the truth is that I'm going to have to climb that mountain. And the person's hand I was holding was about love. It was about compassion. It was about friendship. It was about trust. And when I saw the hair tied back, that for me was like, frustration sometimes, like it's so tight back, is that frustration. So could I be thinking about somebody? Could it be them, their frustration about what they want in life and where they're going? And do you see, all of a sudden now we're starting to see the bigger picture? We're starting to look at the bigger picture rather than, oh, it was a spider, oh, it was this, oh, it was that, you know? Some people actually, I don't know if you've ever felt this before, but when I was younger, I haven't done it for quite a while now, but I used to be able to run in my sleep and then take off and fly like Superman. If anybody has ever felt that, that is one of the most amazing energies that is healing you. So it's not about flying, but it's about your body is self-healing. Now, I often speak to you about nirvana, and that is the highest form of meditation as far as I'm aware. I call it spiritual high. It's very rare, but when you can get there, that is one of the feelings that you get. It's a mixture of that flying, that feeling, oh my God, this is the most amazing feeling in the world, and an orgasm. So if you connect them together and more, you understand where nirvana is. And this is why I work every day towards finding that. The only way you can get to nirvana, in my humble opinion, is to be free from suffering. So we have to work, first of all, on our foundations of suffering around us. We cannot get involved too deeply. To cure suffering and to cure worries and fears, we have to be stronger than them. And the only way you can do that, and I can do that, is say, okay, well look, if I'm involved in the suffering and pain all around me, I'm not actually helping. I'm involved in it and I'm creating it and making it more dense and heavy. So I step out of that and send my healing to it and be stronger than it and say, you know what, this is not going to affect me and I'm going to make a difference by sending my healing. Do you understand? The only way you can find your true high is by stepping out of this bubble that we see and get trapped into, that is called life out there, and it isn't life. That's not life, what's happening out there. That's chaos. And you have to know that that's chaos to laugh about it and say, this world is just one crazy madhouse. And it is, but it's beautiful that you recognize that and you don't get involved in all of these crazy people going through this madhouse, because we all go through it. We all go through this madhouse, all of us, until we say, you know what? That I've had enough of that. That's crazy stuff. And actually, thank God, I'm aware of that. So I've diverted again. Sorry, guys. This is how I go. But anyway, there's a reason why I'm talking like this. So, you know, I think to end on this beautiful message is, not all dreams are relevant to your future life path. If you have terrible dreams and things that really shake you and night terrors, they're not always anything bad. All the night terrors could be, and all of these things that you feel which are very low and dense, is just your body healing or cleansing and clearing away a lot of the trauma of your past or your past life. So you could be working in your sleep to clearing all that away. We tend to look at the worst moments of our life and the most painful moments of our life, or when we've had a traumatic stress, or when we go through pain and suffering, as that what is measured as a bad situation. Whereas actually we've got everything the wrong way around. All of those situations make us stronger and more powerful, and all of the bad dreams and all of the night terrors are there to strengthen us and make us stronger in the long run. So they are a positive, they're not a negative. And when we realize that, we then start to change the way we see life. So now, if you ask me if everything's normal and nice and easy, I'm not actually doing anything or learning anything. But when something challenging comes along or stressful comes along, I know that this is the most important time. And yes, I'm now ready to get stronger and more powerful. And this is why these things are happening. I believe that we're only given what we can cope with, right? So I say that when you say to me, oh Mark, everything's going wrong and this has happened, and I say, oh Mark, everything's gone right, and then all of a sudden everything goes wrong, you know. I see it this way, right? When you're strong enough, that's when you're challenged. not when you're weak. I think when you're weak, you're healing, and that's not weakness. That's coming back up again, getting stronger again. And then when you're strong again, boom, it comes again. And that's because you're strong enough to be able to cope with it. So the reason why that is that you're tested many times because you give it yourself. I know you're shouting at me now, but you do. I don't care what you say, you give these tests yourself till you conquer them. And once you've conquered them, say, you know what? None of these things bother me anymore. Oh, my car just got smashed. Who cares? Who cares whether your car got smashed? It's just a car. Come on, let's put it into perspective. Who gives a damn about a car? A car can be replaced. You can't. Oh, that happened to me. So what? So what? It doesn't matter. You're all right. You're fine. And tomorrow's another day and you're going to get stronger and happier. And I tell you what, in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I'll ask you the same question. How about that? You go, what? Oh, I can't even remember it. Yeah, because it doesn't matter. Nothing actually matters unless you make it matter. And that's the key to life. And that's the key for when things don't affect you anymore, because you won't allow them to affect you. Oh, Mark, everything's going wrong. Yeah, and it'll keep going wrong till you say, doesn't bother me anymore. And all of these things aren't going wrong. They just are there to test me, to see if I'm strong enough. You know what? Doesn't bother me. It's okay. It's all right. Yeah, but this happened. Doesn't matter. It's fine. It's okay. There's always a reason for it. And you know what? I'm stronger than that. Yeah, but that happened. Doesn't matter. It's absolutely fine. Everything's going to be great. Trust me. See you 6 months. How is everything now? Oh, it's amazing. What about that time? Oh, yeah, it's all gone. It's fine. Okay. Everything passes you by. Remember, it is never anything personal. It just passes you by. Whether that's illness, whether that's heartbreak, whether that's suffering, whether whatever. And it always passes you by. It is not you. It is not you. It is just an energy that passes by. And that's the same with happiness. That's the same with joy. That's the same with amazing things. You can't still hold on to that as if it's everything. It's just passing you by. It is the flow of life. And once you get that, then you don't become so tied up in that feeling all the time. So then you're able to let other things come in no matter what they are. So then nothing affects you. You become stronger than it. So you accept the happiness, and you accept the sadness, and you accept the shocks, and you accept the pain and the heartbreak and the loss of family. You accept them with love and respect and honor, and you let them go, and you say it's part of the journey of life. This is all part of the journey. Yes, but Mark, everything is going right. Yeah, it's just part of the journey of life. Enjoy the moment. Yeah, but it's all going wrong, Mark. It's okay. It's part of the journey of life. Come on, just keep going, and everything happens as it should do. Thus, you become stronger than all issues, and then everything becomes easy. Oh, no, what's going wrong? No, actually, there's lots of things that are going wrong in your life, but you don't put precedent to them. You don't focus on them. But they don't bother you anymore. So they're still there, but they don't affect you anymore because you don't focus on them, and they don't worry you anymore because you've become stronger than them. Oh, you're right, Mark. Wow, why didn't I think of that? It's okay. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But remember, you're stronger. You're better. And this is how I try and help people. It's never anything personal. Never anything personal. Okay, so here we go. We went on from dreams to it wasn't anything personal. How am I going to name this one on the video? Yeah, I bet you never come on a course with me again. You'll think, do you know what? I don't think I go on a course with that guy because he's all over the place every day. I don't know. Is he going to do a tarot course, or is he going to start talking about something else? Probably. All right, guys, thank you for subscribing to Mark Bayescu YouTube channel. It's nearly 20 minutes, but you know what? If you've been watching this for 20 minutes, pat yourself on the back. Why? Because you've become stronger than your mind telling you should have been doing something else. That's powerful. That's how amazing you are. So here, grab this. Well done. Welcome to my world. Have a great day, guys. Love you all.